Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm Andre Thompson, privileged bow hunter. I'm super excited about today's video because I am making a switch in my arrows. I'm going from the Easton Axis 5mm to the Easton 5.0. There's a few different benefits in this setup. I'm gonna take you through all of them. I'm gonna shoot it through the chronograph, see the speed difference. I'm gonna shoot at different ranges, see what my trajectory is. I'm gonna tell you what my FOC is, all of those things. And if the speed is super high, I'm also gonna see if my iron wheel wides, those fixed blade broadheads, if they'll still tune at those higher speeds. But before we get into it, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers and we cannot do it without y'all. So let's get into it. So this arrow is 593 grains. This is the Easton Axis, that 5mm that I have been shooting with, hunting with. Shot a 3D tournament out of here when I was like shooting super consistently. Got second place in that. So now I'm gonna see what the speed is. Here we go. 593 grain arrow. .272 feet per second, 593 grains, which is still decent, but I feel like there's a happy medium that I could get to with this lighter arrow and still have plenty of weight, so let's go. All right, now that I put my arrow on Ozempic and it's lost 70 grains, I wanna see what speed I'm getting. How much faster is this arrow gonna be over that 593 grain arrow that shot at 272 feet per second. 297. Okay, so that's 25 feet per second gained. That's super awesome, but what I'm worried about is, will my broadheads, these big iron wheel wides, will they tune shooting that fast? I'm not really sure. I don't want to have to solely shoot mechanical broadheads, so I don't know if what that means for me. If I have to adjust my poundage down a little bit, I'm gonna get to tinkering, which means you guys are gonna get a whole bunch more content. You're only gonna know about it if you hit the subscribe button and bang that bell notification. When I am broadhead tuning, I like to have whatever I'm shooting at a standard level, i.e. I wanna just be able to have some good form and be here. I don't wanna have to be focusing on doing any of that. That's all good to practice once I've got like a good starting point. Once everything is perfect and sighted in and tuned, then I can start doing those like hunting style specific positions and shots. But for right now, when I am setting my zero, if you will, I want to find something elevated so I can just shoot here. Leave below in the comments how you guys do it. Got the broadhead at 30 yards. Shoot the fill point. Okay, let's check it out. All right, we're a little left and still low. We're talking 3 inches. So that's not good enough for me. So I'm gonna bring my rest over to the left a bit and then up a little bit more. Final adjustment that I'm willing to make out here. Yeah, so 30 yards with the broadhead. Okay, broadhead is already down there. Now for the fill points. Okay, let's go check. Sounded good, felt good. Okay, so here we are. Okay, you got fill point and broadhead. The angle is weird because the target is getting just soft in the middle, but 30 yards, big old fixed blade broadhead and fill point. If you want to come over here, Crystal. I mean, they're hitting within an inch of each other. Yes, you can tune fixed blades at higher speeds, but it's definitely a little bit more work. So I think what I'm gonna do is keep my fixed blades to 30. This is super money. And then Beast broadheads dropped 150 grain broadhead. So I think I'm gonna try that out. And then also I have like 5, I don't know. I have a few severs left as well. So I'm gonna run some mechanicals for anything outside of 30. But where I kind of got in my head right now for Lanai, all the shots generally in that area are around 30 yards anyway. So I know if my fixed blade broadheads are hitting money, then those super low profile things are good stuff. Okay, so I know that I can tune my fixed blades with these fast speeds. There's another piece of information that I want to put in my brain, and I want to see with my 20-yard pin, how far back can I make it? Basically, I'm putting data points in my head for this hunt and future hunts. I want to know if I'm coming to full draw after I range the animal, say the animal's at 20. If they take a step 5 yards out, what do I need to do there? Do I need to hold high with that pin, or can I keep that pin in that same spot and hit the animal? I don't know yet, so I'm gonna find out. Y'all too, if you guys like content like this, if you're still watching to this point, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and you can holler at me in the comment section if you want. All right, so I'm at 15 yards. I'm gonna see with my 20-yard pin. I'm gonna shoot with my 20-yard pin out to 25 yards and see where the arrows are hitting. Once I get to 25 yards, I'm only gonna step back 1 yard at a time, because that's what makes sense in my brain. All right, here we go. 15 yards. Okay, you guys are gonna have to take my word for this 15 yards because it punched right through the tape, but then the tape, the little pink tape that was up there fell off. Who lies about 15 yards? Okay, let's get over to 20 yards. So I'm gonna shoot these. I don't think I'm gonna pull them. Every one of these yardage guys is gonna be with my 20-yard pin. I wanna know everything about this bow. I wanna know every detail, every situation that I put this bow in, that I put this arrow and broadhead combination in, where I'm going to hit. Okay, let's walk back 5 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yo, my rangefinder is going through it right now. I gotta send this back in because that company has like the greatest warranty of all time. Yeah, I'm right at 25. All right, you guys let me know in the comments where you think trajectory is gonna fall off, where it just won't make sense to continue to use the 20-yard pin. This video is definitely for my archery nerds out there. Everybody definitely don't go down these rabbit holes. I kind of got one pass through. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be 30. Right now I'm having to click on the rangefinder, then put my hand in front of it because it's like the backlight has gone out. So, okay, 30. Let's actually walk down there and take a look at these, just because that one is passed through and I can't really tell where it hit. Oh, it didn't pass through. Okay, we're good. Reverse, reverse. 30 yards. 30 yards with the 20-yard pin. So obviously 20, 25, 30. I don't think it makes sense to really even shoot past 30 with this. So from 20 yards out to 30, that's a 6-inch difference. At 25 yards, I think as long as I hold for a good heart shot, or if I aim right in that vital V, from 20 to 25, really from 15 to 25 yards, I am clean here. Once it gets out to 30, I need to aim a little bit higher. I have a 6-inch spread here. From 20 to 25, it is 3.5. And then right around 3, so about a 6.5 spread. So I know 20 to 25, I just put that pin where it's supposed to be, and we're good to go. Especially with the axis here, they're probably gonna duck. Okay guys, so I saw what I got with the Easton 5.0 with that lighter arrow on the flatter trajectory. What I wanna see is where this Easton axis is hitting right now. And then I'm gonna walk back and do the same thing, and I'm gonna kind of measure what that difference is. Gotta pass through, so I'm holding this in place and try to push through. Okay, so you have to take my word for it. It's literally right here. So I'm just going to mark that where it poked through because I have to pull it through. Okay, so that was 20. Let's see what happens at 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm an axis deer. You already ranged me, came to full draw, and then I decided to take 5 more steps. So now I'm at 25 yards. What can I do with this Easton axis 5mm? Let's go, let's go. Okay, Crystal's having to pause between every shot because the gimbal died, and if she's just walking with me, this is gonna be unusable content. So just trust, all right? Okay, so the pink tape is where I hit originally. This is just 5-yard difference, right? So I'm at 4.5 inches right here. That's almost where I was at 30 yards. So just for my knowledge, I'm gonna see where I hit at 30. I'm gonna measure that, and that's gonna factor into how good I feel about this purchase and how good Crystal feels about this purchase, more importantly. Oh my God. Woo. Well, I had to pray that Samson prayer. Just give me strength one more time. Once again, I'm an axis deer that you already ranged when I was at 20 yards. Now I've taken 10 more steps, and you still don't know if you should use your 20-yard pin, or God forbid you got a single pin and then now you don't have something else to cheat to. Let's see where we are at. 20-yard pin, but I'm at 30 yards, and I'm using this 593 grain Easton axis arrow. Okay. Once again, we have to pause. Gimbal's dead. It's gonna be super shaky. I don't want to give nobody out there a seizure. All right. We kind of time warp down here because Crystal, like I said, the gimbal is dead, and we don't want it to be shaky, and I don't want y'all to be out here doing the Mary J. Blige dance. But anyways, this is where the 20-yard pin hit. This is all the way out to 30. This is the big difference right here. That's 9.5 inches, 10 inches, depending on where what vantage point you're looking for. That's kind of crazy, right? To be from 20 to 30 yards and not have to be that pinpoint. Ladies, I feel sorry for you with the low poundage. Folks with the short draw lengths, I feel sorry for you. This is why, though, you got the folks out there like Tim Gillingham, John Dudley, so upset with Ranch Fairy. Their point is you need to be able to hit what you're aiming at to kill the animal. So if you're only setting up an arrow that's a plan B or C, well, what about plan A? You never really get to plan A because you have to be so pin perfect on every single shot, which may not be the most realistic. Now, I'll put a whole bunch of animals down with that 593 grain arrow, but I bet I could put more animals down if I could have a little bit more error if I'm not perfect. If my rangefinder, for instance, my rangefinder right now is faulty. Now there's spots that I hunt in that I got general ideas of where this tree is, where that log is, where this stump is. But if my rangefinder dies and the animal's around, I need to have enough play in my system, enough tolerance in my system to be off 5 yards and still be in the ballpark. If I am off 5 to 10 yards here, 5 yards brought me down here or somewhere around. 5 yards brought me somewhere around here, can't remember exactly. 10 yards off brought me all the way over here. We've all done unmarked 3D shoots where we have to guess, and a lot of times we guess wrong. Listen, here are my thoughts on the Easton 5.0, specifically my switch to them. It's super awesome. I've been cracking jokes all day saying I got my arrows on Zip It, but it's legit. I lost a good amount of weight here. I lost you're talking, I cut 2 inches off of my arrow, so that was the 24.2 because the Easton axes are 12.1 grains per inch in the 200 spine. These are 10.9. And then so that difference is about what, 1.2 grains over a 30-inch arrow. You're talking 36 grains there plus the other 24. Y'all do the math on there. Really, I know the weight, the arrow scale says I went from 593 grains down to 523 grains. I went from like 272 feet per second all the way up to 297 feet per second. So I feel super excited. I feel like when I finally switched from Android to iPhone and I can join in airdrops, I can FaceTime my mama, I can send a video through text message that wasn't super grainy. It was just super, super cool to finally upgrade. And so I did it, guys. No regrets. I know every detail about my bow. I know that if an animal is at 20 yards and he takes a couple steps, I can just hold steady. I also know that if I'm not sure, and I think he may be around 30, but he also could be 20, if I just cheat up a little bit with that 20-yard pin, then I'll only be about 3 inches high, or conversely, if it's 30, I'll be 3 inches low. You can't really beat that. I really, really want to get maniacal down to every single detail because Axis deer taste so good. Hey, if you like this video, if it was informational, entertaining in any way, shape, or form, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend. If you don't know how to spell it by now, it's Privileged. I know you're not a spell bow hunter. We love y'all. Peace.